Hey, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Man, have we got another good one for you. Listen, this one's gonna be unusual. I know you already know from the title, we're gonna marinate a brisket, but we're not gonna do it like any others you've seen on YouTube, I promise you that. All right, several weeks ago, we did a marinade that we used on ribeyes. Then we used it on pork, then we tried it on beef jerky, we tried it on deer jerky. Oh my goodness, this marinade works on anything. And I had a brisket I needed to cook, so I said, why not? So we're gonna do a marinated brisket with a twist, because we're gonna do it a little bit different from just a regular marinade too. So, hang tight. All right, let's get cranked off on the marinade here. All right, I've got an entire stick of butter in here that I am going to just completely dissolve. We're gonna melt it down to the butter. This is garlic powder. I'm gonna add a good tablespoon or two. I like garlic powder. 2. Let's do 2. All right. Now, this is low sodium soy sauce. This is a cup soy sauce. Lee & Perrins. Half a cup. Lee & Perrins. And this is Kikkoman teriyaki. Half a cup. Teriyaki. Now I've got this on a medium-high heat. Just about got the butter melted. Now I don't want this to do a rolling boil, but just before, just to mix all of these flavors together. Now, if you didn't see the marinade ribeye video, a lot of people watched it. If you missed it, I'll leave you a link right up here and take a look at it. This we have used, this was sort of a rediscovery, my dad's marinade from the 60s. And so there we go. We use this on steak. We used it on pork. We used it with jerky. And I thought, I had a brisket that I needed to do something with. It had been frozen long enough, been in the freezer for a while. So I took it out and thawed it out and started looking at it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna marinate that booger in that marinade sauce. Now this should be enough to do that whole brisket, and I'm going to show you how I'm doing it, because I'm going to add a little twist to just simply marinate it. So I'll bring you right back. Okay, you see, we've let our marinade cool down to room temperature, or in this case to outside temperature. It took 45 minutes or so to let it cool down. Now, first thing I'm gonna do, I've got the Grill Beast injector here. oiled up, ready to go. I'm gonna stick it down in the marinade, and I'm gonna start about every inch or so injecting into this brisket. I know, injecting a brisket, I don't do that either, but I'm doing it today. And we're gonna see. Now, I thoroughly expect this to have a unique flavor because of this injection, but rather than just soak the outside of this brisket in this injection, and me too, I'm doing the inside. All right. I'm sure it's going to soak in. Now I've got this pretty well marinated. I've got a bunch left over in my pot. I'm gonna take and put this in a vacuum seal bag and vacuum seal it up, okay? I love the way that gets marinade in the meat. Put it in the refrigerator. I'm gonna leave it overnight, and then I'm gonna bring you back. Okay, well, next morning, this has been in this vacuum seal bag for about 18 hours. She should be well marinated. Well, let's take him out of the bag here, see what we got. All right, big boy, come out of here. There you go. All right, that looks pretty. And you can see where some of the butter has congealed just a little bit. That's all right. That was to be expected. All right, let's season it. What am I gonna use? Well, this is Uncle Steve's Shake, of course. This is Gator Shake, one of my favorites. So let's put a nice coating of Gator Shake on it. Also, I'm gonna put just a little bit of smoke bomb on it. There we go. All right, let's turn him over. Mash him in here. Do the other side. Gator Shake. And smoke bomb. All right. Let's go to smoker. All righty. Well, smoker's up to temp. Now you see I'm going to use the top rack. I've got a water pan under it. And I'm just going to slide this right here on the top rack. Now I did not mean for the water pan to catch everything and completely cover underneath. I'm just doing that for moisture in the smoke chamber. All right, I'm going to take this probe right here and stick it in a fat part right there. And we're off. All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I really don't know how long a cook this is gonna be. I'm cooking at 250 degrees. That's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna cook it just like I would a normal brisket. So as I come along and the cook progresses, I'll bring you back. Okay, 4 hours in, okay? Let's check this and see. Oh yeah, we're starting to get some decent bark on here. Now the Inkbird says we're at 136 on the point, 139. Let's try the flat. 143, 140. All right, got about 20 degrees to go. And then we're gonna pull it and wrap it. That's probably gonna be, I don't know, another 30, 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. The Inkbird's doing a good job tracking the meat temperature, so we're gonna go with that. And when it's time to wrap it, I'll bring you back. Okay, well, as you can probably tell, it hasn't been 30 or 45 minutes. Actually, it's been 4.5 hours. So far, this is a total cook time of 8.5 hours. We, I guess, hit an early stall in the 130s, and it is taken till now. I want to take and, oh yeah, as pretty as it can be. I want to confirm it and make sure, but oh yeah, 158, 159. Oh, see down here on the thin part, we're down to 171. All right, so I'm gonna pull a little probe out for a second. We're gonna take him off, and it's time to wrap. All right, for time's sake, I'm not gonna wrap in paper. I'm gonna use the Texas crutch. All right, I'm gonna go over and wrap it and put it right back on. I won't show you how to wrap it. You should know that. All right, so let me wrap it, and I'll bring you back when we put it back on. Okay, we're going right back on. You see, I have a little package. This is 2 thicknesses of actually heavy duty. I'm gonna put that in on this thing back. Close it right back up. And yep, we're showing in 150s already. We didn't lose much when we wrapped it. All right, I'm going to 205. 205. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, listen to that sound. I know you can hear it. That's my alarm going off. I hit the temperature we wanted according to the Inkbird. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna see. Boy, let me tell you something. What a difference. She's ready. I didn't even check the temperature with this. I just checked the probe. Oh, she's nice and tender. So I tell you what, let's do. Let's take it off. I'm gonna open it up just a little bit. Make sure it's tinted and covered a little bit. I'm gonna let it go for, oh, maybe another 45 minutes. Now this cook took 10 hours. This was a 10-hour cook at 250 degrees. Briskets, what can you say? Okay, let me get it off. I'm gonna get it in a catering pan. I'm gonna leave it wrapped up, take it over to the table, and after we let it rest, I'll bring you back. Okay, 45 minutes after we taken it off the smoker, I wanted you to see how I'd opened it up. And this has cooled down some. You can tell what day this is. This is definitely New Year's Eve. All right. There is a slot right in here where that fat was. I'm gonna take and separate the point and the flat just like that. Turn it around and separate that. And look at that. And I'm just going to start cutting some pieces. Oh my goodness. I'm going to cant the knife just a little bit because I want the pieces to come out a little wide. Now if you remember, this flat was a little bit on the thin side. Yep. I come out and start video and you know everybody's going to start shooting. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's just as tender. All right. I don't know whether you can see that piece or not. There you go. I'm gonna try it. Now this was my dad's marinade, and then we smoked it just like normal. Oh my goodness. Absolutely cut it loose. I'm gonna get the other rest of it. Oh my goodness. That is fantastic. I can't believe what we did to that little brisket. Made it taste as good. Man, it's got such a good flavor to it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do it again. It was worth a 10-hour cook. That is juicy, tender, and oh my goodness, the flavor out of it. Use that marinade. Try a marinated brisket. If you run across, oh, I don't like the way they taste, they're so dry, it is blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, try it like this. You won't believe how it turns out. Hey, thanks for sticking around. If you haven't already, how about hit the circle on this side, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Give me a boop, thumbs up right here. I'll have another video right here just for you. Nobody else, just you, okay? None of this will cost you a dime. Hey, until next time, hang tight and be good to one another. Hang tight.